Did you know that pumas can't perform magic tricks? Well, they can't pull a rabbit out of a hat, but they sure can pull one out of a burrow. Welcome to the fascinating world of pumas, also known as mountain lions. These majestic creatures carry an array of titles. Some people call them cougars, others call them panthers. But why do they have so many names? Well, it's because these creatures are found across a vast geographical range, from the snowy mountains of Canada to the steamy jungles of South America. Different communities gave them different names, and they all stuck. Now, let's talk about what makes these creatures so special, their physical features. Pumas are like the Olympians of the animal kingdom. They have powerful legs that can propel them up to 20 feet in the air. That's higher than an average one-story building. Imagine being able to jump onto your roof from a standstill. That's how powerful a puma is. And then, there are their paws. Have you ever looked at your house cat's paws? Puma paws are much larger and stronger. They are armed with razor-sharp claws that can retract when not in use, just like a pocket knife. These paws not only help them climb trees, but also enable them to take down prey that's much larger than themselves. It's not just about strength though, pumas are also about grace. Their bodies are designed for stealth. With a flexible spine and a long tail for balance, they can move silently through their terrain, whether it's a rocky mountain or a dense forest. Their coat, a lovely shade of tawny brown, blends perfectly with the environment, making them nearly invisible until they decide to strike. So the next time you see a rabbit disappear, look around. It might just be a puma's magic trick. If pumas were in school, they would definitely be the masters of hide and seek. Now you might be wondering what makes pumas such great hiders. Well, let's delve into their fascinating world of camouflage. Pumas, also known as mountain lions, are experts when it comes to blending into their surroundings. Their fur is a tawny color, a perfect match for the shades of the forests, deserts, and mountains they call home. This not only makes them invisible to their prey, but also keeps them safe from potential threats. Imagine you're a deer, grazing on some grass. You wouldn't notice a puma lying in wait among the bushes, its coat blending perfectly with the dried leaves and shadows. And before you know it, the puma pounces. That's how effective their camouflage is. It's not magic, but it's pretty close. But how did the pumas come to be so good at hiding? Well, it's all thanks to evolution. Over many years, pumas that were better at hiding had a greater chance of surviving and passing on their genes. So the pumas we see today are the descendants of the best hiders in the history of, well, pumas. These incredible creatures are truly adaptable. They have made homes in a variety of environments, from the snowy mountains of the Rockies to the sweltering deserts of Arizona. Each place presents its own challenges, but the pumas have evolved to overcome them all. Their fur color can vary slightly depending on their habitat, helping them maintain their title as the masters of camouflage. But remember, it's not just about the color. Pumas also use their stealthy movements and the cover of the environment, like bushes, rocks, and trees, to stay hidden. They're not just masters of camouflage, they're also masters of patience, often waiting for the perfect moment to strike. So, next time you're out in the wild, remember, there could be a puma watching you from the shadows. But don't worry, they're probably more scared of you than you are of them. Remember, if you're playing hide and seek, you don't want a puma on the opposing team. Ever wondered where pumas call home? Well, you're about to find out. Pumas are the ultimate nomads of the animal kingdom, making their homes in a wide range of environments. From the high peaks of the Andes Mountains, where the air is thin and the temperatures are chilly, to the dense, humid rainforests of Central and South America, pumas adapt and thrive. But wait, there's more. Pumas are no strangers to the dry and arid landscapes of deserts either. They've been known to roam the sandy terrains, navigating their way under the scorching sun. What's more, they're not just limited to the Americas. Pumas have been spotted as far north as the Canadian Yukon and as far south as the southern Andes. These felines are truly versatile, aren't they? Their adaptability is a testament to their resilience and survival instincts. So, whether it's a snowy mountain or a hot desert, pumas know how to make themselves at home. So, what's on a puma's menu? Well, pumas, or mountain lions, are what we call obligate carnivores. This fancy term simply means that meat is the main course, side dish, and dessert on their dining table. You won't catch them nibbling on a salad, that's for sure. Now, pumas are not your run-of-the-mill hunters. They are skilled and stealthy predators. They use their powerful hind legs to pounce on their prey, often from a high vantage point. A puma's dinner could be anything from a small insect to a large ungulate, which is a fancy word for animals with hooves like deer or elk. Speaking of deer, they are the puma's favorite dish. In fact, in many areas, deer make up to 80% of a puma's diet. But pumas are also known to be quite adaptable when it comes to their meals. If deer are scarce, they're perfectly happy to settle for smaller mammals like rabbits, raccoons, or even rodents. Now you might be wondering, how do pumas catch their prey? Well, they rely on their keen senses of sight and hearing, along with their exceptional stealth. They are patient hunters, often waiting for the perfect moment to launch their attack. And when they do, it's usually a swift and powerful pounce thanks to their strong muscles and sharp claws. But here's the interesting part. Pumas are solitary hunters. Unlike lions that hunt in prides, pumas prefer to do their grocery shopping alone. And once they've caught their meal, they'll often drag it to a secluded spot to enjoy in peace. Their diet can also vary depending on their location. For instance, pumas living near coastal regions might add a side of seafood to their meals, feasting on animals like seals or sea lions. So, whether it's a juicy deer or a speedy rabbit, pumas are not picky eaters. Pumas may be solitary, but did you know they have a social side too? Contrary to popular belief, these solitary felines do engage in social behavior, particularly during the breeding season. A male puma will court a female through a series of growls, purrs, and even gentle nips. Once the duo has bonded, they will stay together for about a week, after which they part ways and return to their solitary ways. As for communication, pumas have a rich vocal repertoire. They communicate through a series of growls, hisses, purrs, and whistles. They also use non-verbal cues like body postures and facial expressions. It's like their very own secret language. Now, it's not all fun and games in the life of a puma. They do have their set of enemies in the wild. The primary threats to pumas are other large predators such as bears and wolves. Even though pumas are fearsome predators themselves, they usually prefer to steer clear of these threats rather than engage in a fight. After all, discretion is the better part of valor, isn't it? And then there are human threats. Unfortunately, habitat loss and hunting have had significant impacts on puma populations. But efforts are being made to protect and conserve these magnificent creatures and their habitats. So while they may be lone rangers, pumas sure know how to socialize. Now that we've learned so much about pumas, it's time to put your knowledge to the test. Let's dive into our Puma Pop Quiz. Don't worry, it's all in good fun, and a great way to see how much you've absorbed. Question 1. What's another name for pumas? Is it A, mountain goats, B, mountain lions, or C, mountain mice? That's right, the correct answer is B, mountain lions. Pumas have many names, including mountain lions and cougars. Moving on to question 2. Can you remember where pumas call home? Is it A, the deserts, B, the mountains, or C, both? If you guessed C, both, you're absolutely right. Pumas are incredibly adaptable and can thrive in various habitats from deserts to mountainous regions. Now for our final question. What's one of the puma's primary food sources? Is it A, berries, B, fish, or C, deer? The correct answer is C, deer. While pumas are flexible eaters, deer make up the majority of their diet, providing them with the necessary nutrients for survival. And just like that, we've reached the end of our Puma Pop Quiz. How did you do? Whether you aced it or missed a few, remember that the joy is in the journey of learning. And that's a wrap. Remember, every day is a good day to learn something new. So, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep having fun.